Welcome all to the third section of Psych 222 Developmental Psychology, Child and Adolescence. I am Astu Mahabir. I will be taking you for this section. I did previously take you guys for section 1. I hope that you enjoy this new section and engage with the lecture content. So what is emotional and social development all about? There's some readings up under the emotional and social development folder. Please have a look at them and use them to guide you throughout the lectures. What is emotional and social development? So social emotional development is the ability of a child to understand their feelings of others, to control their behavior and get along with others around them. Children attain these basic skills and it's needed for their life development to be able to cooperate, follow directions, and demonstrate self-control, which establishes their social emotional development skills. Feelings of trust, confidence, pride, and friendship, affection, and humor are all part of a child's social emotional development. A positive relationship that is established between a trusting caregiver or adult is key for successful emotional and social development of a child. So this is where they learn the skills of social emotional development skills from a trusting parent or caregiver. So why is emotional social development important? It is important because it is key skills that are involved and it's key skills that are learned to equip children throughout their lifespan or their lifetime. And among these key skills that they learn, they also learn some abilities to identify and understand one's own feelings, accurately read and comprehend the emotional state of others, manage strong emotions and express these emotions in a constructive manner. Like in society, we cannot just lash out in anger or cry for everything or become emotional over situations. We need to learn how to control our emotions in our environmental spaces, regulate one's own behavior. So our emotions help us to control our behavior, develop empathy for others, being able to understand what other people are going through, and establish and sustain relationships. And this is built through a trusting caregiver. So when you gain that trust, you're able to trust others and respect their emotions and how to interact in society is based on what we learn from others around us, the very close people around us. A child's social emotional development is as important as their cognitive and physical development, okay, because this also affects things around you. When your social and emotional development is lacking, you may not be able to cognitively or physically function. Children are not born with these social emotional skills, and so therefore it is the role of parents, caregivers, and teachers to foster these abilities. That is why attachment relationships are vital in very early childhood development. As they attach, it is where they learn these emotional and social skills. And in the course of these lectures is where we pay great attention to attachment. So do babies have feelings? And do they experience and display specific emotions such as happiness, sadness, fear, or anger? Yes, they definitely do. And we have seen this in our environment. And here's a range of pictures showing different types of emotions. So the term emotion does not only mean sadness or happiness. It also means anxiety, anger, fear. Okay, it doesn't only mean one thing. So displaying emotions is very important and it shows the development stage of children. So we're looking at the development and control of emotional expressions. Babies communicate feelings through their facial expressions. From the early stages or from the time they're in the womb, babies' faces are expressive and they have various emotions that appear at different times over the first 2 years. At birth, babies show interest, distress, disgust, and contentment. It's disgust and contentment. contentment. For emotions not present at birth, some learning has to occur. So they learn from their environment if they haven't been displaying emotions at an early stage. There are different stages at which emotions progress. So we're going to be looking at that. The first is primary or basic emotions. These emerge between 7 to 2 months, which is anger, sadness, joy, surprise, and fear. These emotions are biologically programmed and they emerge when these babies are infants. And it happens to all babies roughly around the same age across different cultures. Okay, so it's innate, it's biological, it happens naturally. This is the nature influence. Later in the second year, infants begin to display secondary or much more complex emotions such as embarrassment, guilt, shame, envy, and pride. These feelings are sometimes called self-conscious emotions. Why? Because they now understand what these emotions are or what they have done to feel such an emotion. So it involves some damage to or enhancement of one's sense of self. That means they understood what they have done to feel in that kind of manner. And this is where we end up for today's lecture. In the next lecture, we'll be continuing with the displaying of emotions. Thank you.